Hey everyone, so today we are going to work on chips. So I've been noticing that we are having some problems when I place things above it. It is not very clear where I'm supposed to add it, which one is made, or like a lot of details go missing. So what I'm going to do is just I made a copy, and only I am keeping the part which I want and clip the content. Now it is kind of clear. So again, going to what we exactly want to make is we want to make chips, and there are four variations. So let's read this. So chip is this component, and one has a leading component, leading icon, the one that goes in the start before the text, and the other one has both leading and the trailing icon, and this one doesn't have any icon, and this one has the trailing icon. So before we jump into making them, let's read a bit more detail. I am going to test this small detail. I want to see how much spacing they are using approximately. So I have placed it right here, and like this. You can also do this. Keep this in the dark color and drop the opacity so you can see the line below it. I'm going to copy and paste it here, so they are same for ending and starting points. So this part makes sense, but if I place this box on the chip that has only text in it, it is also same. So this gives us an insight that we can try something. I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna show you what exactly this is. So I'm going to type offers, place it right above, and see what text size we need. Do we need this? No. Probably this. Yes. 12 bold. And just trying this. Okay. This is more reasonable. I'm just gonna quickly see which one was it when I actually saved it. The text styles. So here, bold. I used the bold one. Okay. We can go with bold. Or we can go update the style, whichever we want to do, whatever we want to do. I'm going to choose arrows and place it right here. Now I am going to open my assets panel, and then I am going to go in my icon section. Yep, this, just finding the one that I need, and of course resizing it to the size that I want it to be, which is definitely not 20, a bit more smaller. And yes, 16. Since we are using different type of icons, there might be a slight difference, but still we can try our best to make things look same. Okay, now what we have here is okay. So what I'm gonna do is just apply Shift A on it and add some padding. So I forgot to measure the size when I was testing it. Okay, so let's start with 8. Okay, 8 looks reasonable. I am going to resize it, center align, and vertically resize it. So I know how much height I need for this, which is 27 or 28. 27 it is, but I'm going to make it 28, since we are going with we are trying our best to go with multiples of 4. So yeah, let's round those corners. So give it a big number. Now just to update the colors, and now I need to add a stroke. For the stroke, I'm gonna try which one it is, and of course we can always go back and verify with the colors which color we chose for the outline. Okay, this one, D7. And how did I save D7? I should have updated it, but yep, it is gray 500. Gray 500 it is up. Right. Okay. It looks like they are using 10 width. No, probably 9, which is very random. So I am gonna stick with 8, of course. Okay, so I'm gonna place it right here and make another version and replace what I need to replace. So I'm gonna try different thing. I need star. You can see we need star here, and I am going to go here and just type star since I gave it a name. So you see it is updated pretty easily. Now I am going to duplicate it and use my arrow key to move it here and then replace it with a drop down. So these are all the different methods you can try to update the icons. They are using this icon smaller size, so I updated that size too. Now I can see that the spacing here is a bit off that we are using, so I'm gonna try reducing it. Okay, they're using very random spacing. So let me just test this with this, what exactly is happening. So I added a rectangle to see how much spacing between first two items. It is 3, so let's make it 4, I guess. Then here they are using 8. Okay, this makes sense. But in this case, they are using 8. So icons you can see come with some padding. There is some padding, so we need to consider that. So I guess 8 will work fine. Here I'm gonna duplicate and see what size okay, it is also 8. So this is the only place they are using a random size. So what we are gonna do is to keep it consistent. So for all the spacing between the items, here I placed 8. I'm gonna use the same here to avoid those inconsistencies. Or you can try this. So select this and this first two items, apply another auto layout on it and call it, let's say, leading icon and text, and now reduce the spacing to 4, and then select the main and increase the spacing to 8 since this one is slightly bigger. So there are both ways you can go, like you can keep this consistent or you can try this by adding another auto layout within to change the spacing. So as you can see that if we choose to go this way, and if I hide this icon and this icon, it will become this. If I only hide this icon, just ignore the text and just see the icon. So this we can get this, and if we change this to this, so with one component we can just apply different properties on it and get all 4 variations. So I'm gonna delete this one, and we are going to use, I am going to give it a proper name which is regard like independent of these 4 words, and calling it chip, just one. And I am just going to go make it a component, and I should have probably added a fill, which is this. Okay, so we have the component ready. Now we need to make sure that we can use this as all 4 of them. What I am going to do is I'm going to apply a property. So there are 2 properties we can apply on icon. One is this, you need to find this icon here in the panel, and it comes in two times. So what I'm going to do is first apply instance swap property. I'm going to call it leading icon, and place just to see 1 minute so I can see again. I'm going to apply the properties leading icon instance. We can't use the one name twice, so I have to differentiate this. Okay, we need tag, so I am going to go select tag, and I'm going, yep. Now just we have only 2 types of leading icons, so I added those here as a preferred icon, and this is ready. Now I'm going to go apply another property. So here we have the leading icons, but in these two cases we don't have any leading icon. So I'm going to call it again leading icon. It's just now leading icon, and now it is true, selected as true, which means it is going to be visible. If I select as false, it won't be visible. So it's like on and off, and true and, true and false will give us the boolean property, like the way we made a switch in the panel. Okay, so I'm going to create this. I'm going to do same with this one, but for this I have to notice that this is the only arrow we are using. The only other case we need is that in some cases like this and this, it is not visible. So instead of adding swap property, means we don't need to change the icon, we only need to just hide it. So it is trailing icon, and by default I'm going to keep it like this, so it is visible. So let's test these two things. I can turn the leading icon off and even the trailing icon off, and it will become something like this. We need to verify one more detail. 8 padding, did I keep the padding 8? Yes. Okay, this looks reasonable. Okay, now what I'm going to do is for this text, so we need 4 variations of text, so I'm just going to select the text again, find the this icon that will help us apply. So this is a boolean property, which means boolean is turning on and off. We need to be able to edit what can be written in the text. So I am going to call it text property. Okay, and yeah, keeping the value like this. You can call it this chip text or even just text, but I think I'm comfortable with label, so I'm gonna keep it like this. Now in the instance I see there is another property applied. Now here if I update offers this text, it becomes like that. Okay, now I add leading icon, and I change the leading icon to this one. We can also rearrange these properties like this. So if this is visible, then it will show us what instance to add. So we have made the property. I'm going to remove the instance, or you can make the instance and keep them right away, just since we just learned how to do it. So let's practice actually. So I'm going to select the instance and make this one. So text size rating, and both of icons are visible, and this one is the star, and we have 2 variables ready. Now I'm going to make another copy. I'm working with variables, not the actual component. Okay, we need to hide these icons, and it is called under 30 minutes. Now I am going to go make another version and apply price, and of course turn on the trailing icon. So since we have made it, I'm just going to move them into the panel, which is this one. So I have made the variations too, so I'm just gonna keep them because I still need them later. Some like this. We are done with the chips. Let's see you guys in the next video.